Ann, welcome to the Law Show.
Yeah, hi. My son was arrested doing 147 on his motorcycle, and they released him.
Stop. Did you say 147 miles per hour on his motorcycle? Wow.
Yes, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, thank God he's still alive.
Exactly.
Yep. All right, so he's arrested. Is he still in jail?
No, he really was, because he's 18 and he had $100 on him, they released him on bond.
Okay.
We were on vacation, so it's not local. He did have a hearing in front of a judge last week, and he pleaded not guilty. We had a friend who was a retired police officer come with us, come with my husband to the court, and he recommended you plead not guilty, otherwise they could throw you right in jail.
Right. Let me ask you this. What county, is this in Michigan?
Yeah, Calhoun County, near Battle Creek.
Yeah. We're out there all the time, and we've handled matters out there on cases like this, and actually on traffic tickets out in Calhoun County frequently. So Matt Kachik of our office, who will be back in town on Tuesday, will be more than happy to sit down and talk with you and decide whether or not it's a good fit for you to retain him. But what is your question for us today?
Well, it was just whether we should get a lawyer. Because the officer went with us, he knew the system, and he went to the prosecuting attorney, got his card, told him a little bit about the situation. He advised my son to send the attorney an email explaining the issue and his apology, and see if we could do a plea bargain before the next court date, which is August 3rd.
Okay, your son hasn't sent that letter yet, has he?
He did send an email, and he called the prosecuting attorney, and we have not received any calls or any information back.
Yeah,
so we're coming up to the date, and we don't know if we should bring an attorney with us. We haven't been able, because the prosecuting attorney told them they might be able to plead a bargain, and you wouldn't have to go back to court. And yet we've heard nothing from him. All
I got to say is God bless your friend, the police officer, but you definitely need to have a lawyer help you out with this.
Okay.
There are certain issues that may come up, and 147 miles per hour on a motorcycle in it's at least double any speed limit in Michigan, because the maximum speed limit's 70, 75?
Right, exactly. It was 70 there.
Okay, so you got to get through the prosecutor, and you got to get through the judge too, because just because a prosecutor agrees to make a plea bargain doesn't mean that the judge is going to accept it. Okay?
True.
If there's a particularly egregious case, and that's the fastest speed I've ever heard of in 20 years of practice on a motorcycle, I'm betting the judge probably hasn't seen anything faster, and he's probably going to want to be making an example out of your son. And
right. Do you think he's going to go to jail?
I don't know. Unfortunately, the police officer can't stand next to your son and address the judge. You need to get a lawyer. You need to get a lawyer right away, okay?
Okay.
If you want to talk to Matt, just call 866-66-LAWYER during regular business hours, and we'll sit down with you, no charge, and talk to you about the best way to approach this, okay?
Okay. Where are you located?
We're in Royal Oak, Michigan.
Okay. And you handle motorcycle cases?
We handle motorcycle cases. We handle RV cases. We handle auto cases, truck cases. We even had a case for a tank one time that was arrested or stopped for speeding. We can handle all manner of cases, machinery, implements, heavy equipment.
Okay, and no problem going out to, if it's not local, you would still go represent him out in Calhoun County?
It could be us going out there. It could be us associating with local counsel out there. It could be us handling it over the telephone. It could be a lot of different ways. The first thing to do is to sit down and talk with your son about various matters, not the least of which is, what's his prior record like?
This is his first offense for that. He's had one ticket for, not full stop at a stop sign kind of thing.
How long ago did he have the failure to stop?
That was in his car, and that was within the last 6 months.
Okay. That means he's got a record. That means the judge and the prosecutor are both going to be concerned about it, because most people go some period of time and get a violation, a second violation or a later violation, that is really no worse than the first violation. In this case, your son seems to be increasing the level of his excitement behind the wheel. And so they're going to be concerned about that. I don't mean any insult toward your son. He is probably just out having a good time, and he's, I'm sure, very safe on the motorcycle. But police officers and judges don't like violating the law in the way that your son violated the law. So
right.
You need to be really careful about this. A reckless driving is 6 points, and that's a misdemeanor. That's actually a criminal charge.
Wow.
This is not a civil infraction like a speeding ticket or failing to stop at a stop sign or whatever. This is a criminal charge against your son, so he needs to lawyer up right away and stop talking with the prosecutor. Okay.
Okay. Well, like I said, we haven't been able to contact him. He won't return our calls, and I just would.
That's a sure sign that he's getting ready to hammer you.
Oh.
If he's not calling you back, it's because he doesn't want to say, "Listen, I'm not going to do anything for you. I'm going to hammer you."
Well, the police officer was very nice to my son, and I don't know if that's just the way they are, but he said he would help him in court. He said my son was very polite
and that's all good.
cordial.
That's all good stuff. But you know what? When it comes right down to
he didn't run. He stopped when he was pulled over.
That's all good stuff. When it comes down to it, though, what happens is you got to get through the prosecutor and you got to get through the judge. Okay.
Okay. So we need a lawyer.
Yeah, you definitely need a lawyer. Call Matt Kachik on Monday morning and leave a message, and he'll get back with you. Okay.
Okay. And what is his last name? How do you spell it?
Just ask for Matt. Call 866-66-LAWYER and ask for Matt. Okay.
Okay. Great. Thank you very much.
Thanks.